Hey guys, we're going into the second match of a Shadows over Innistrad draft. We won match 1, so we're looking to keep on winning. I mean, I guess we'd look to win even if we'd lost, but you really want to win after you've won round 1. Well, maybe you want to win more after you lose, I don't know. But this is a good hand. We've been getting a lot of those. That's been good for us. We have turn 1 Vessel. We don't have a 2-drop, but we do have Crow, Byway Courier, and we have an easy road to Delirium. On turn 2, we'll just crack our Vessel anyway, so. I mean, if we can hit Delirium immediately and get Autumnal Gloom as a 4/4 hexproof trampler into play, like on turn 3, that gets to be pretty ridiculous. I mean, it's good even in the late game, but in the early game, if you can pull it off, it's just bonkers. So we'll go ahead and wait to do it till the end of our opponent's turn and just sort of see what our opponent wants to do. So what we need to hit with it are a sorcery, a creature, and a land, which is possible if we want to hit Delirium. Our Crow can help us hit it like a turn later, potentially. So, right, Tormenting Voice. And it's Neonate. Probably a Black-Red Madness deck. We've seen two things that speak to it being a Madness deck in addition to the fact that it's those colors. So, okay, so we have two. So we don't have a land, unfortunately. Do we want a Cursed Witch or do we want Kessig Dire Swine? That's a good question. That is a good question. The Swine, will be a great finisher for us later. We're already only one land away from it. I think I am going to take the Swine. I mean, it's important for us to get a finisher. We could have played the Witch earlier, of course, so we need a land to get into our graveyard. That is the easiest thing to get in there, and now we can do it even easier. But I think we just play our Crow. I bet it hits a land, right? Right? Yes. All right, so we have Delirium. So it'll be a turn 4 Autumnal Gloom. That's not the worst thing ever, though. We could have, I guess, also played the Gloom and then... Oh, no, we'd have been able to do that next turn. It does suck. We don't have that many removal spells, so losing them into the graveyard is painful. Mad Prophet. Yeah, definitely some madness shenanigans is what we're going up against. I'm sure there's plenty of Fiery Tempers. Well, that's interesting. I mean, I think I just blocked this guy. He's a free madness outlet, which is frightening. And it's a 3-drop for a 4-drop. I'm down with that. Especially because we're about to play a 4/4 hexproof trample, and all he's going to have is a 1/1. Kindly Stranger Wit in the graveyard. I guess now, though, if we draw Ever After, we can get both our witches back, which is pretty good use of it, I think. So I think we play our Gloom, and we play Sinister Concoction while we can. I mean, we have the mana. This is going to transform at the end of our turn. Concoction. And we're also not too far away from being able to play our Kessig Dire Swine either, so. And there it is. So none of the removal in this deck can touch it. The thing that could potentially bring it down are tricks, but most of them would have to be 2-for-1s, so they're not, the scariest thing. I mean, double blocking will do it too, of course. But we also have Sinister Concoction in play, so we can basically attack into anything our opponent is doing in terms of blocking and just be ready to use our Concoction. Well, that's an interesting use of Skin Invasion if I've ever seen one. And we don't have black mana up, so he's just going to sacrifice it now and give himself a 3/4 and draw a card. He has to discard a card too, but, well, he's not doing it immediately. He can do it at instant speed, though, and then get a 3/4, which is pretty sweet. I mean, yeah, dead weight is annoying. Kind of annoying to draw right there. I think we still swing into it. We still have Sinister Concoction available, no matter like what kind of things he tries to do to us here. So yeah, we're going to get in there with this. He can at instant speed do some stuff, but with Concoction up, we don't need to worry that much. All right. So I think here we play Byway Courier and end our turn. Geist Blast, okay. So at the end of his turn, we can make a clue, like worst case scenario. I mean, draw a card. We already have the clue. I guess, I mean, he didn't have anything to put it on, but he could have waited. Like, I was going to play something eventually like that Byway Courier, and he can get it at instant speed, which is relevant, but when I have my Sinister Concoction up, it's pretty bad. So we're going to draw a card here. So I think we swing again. We probably play Kessig Dire Swine in our second main phase. If he makes us do something with our concoction, then we can't, obviously. But if he just takes it again, then we're not too upset. Okay, so I think it's okay for us to tap out. So we just play our big swine. He knows we have it in our hand. We put it into our hand. It also has trample right now, so our two creatures are quite scary. Our opponent looks like he probably has a way to deal, though. Not exactly. Not exactly. Thing has menace, so I can't block it even if I wanted to. So I wonder if he has Murderous Compulsion. Seems possible. So the Devils can't actually target this. So even if they like double block, and they have to target something else, right? It says target, right? Yeah. Okay. I might play my Vessel and crack it first. Murderous Compulsion seems so likely, especially with this nonsense in play. I think we still swing with both. Make him use it at least. Like sacking this, getting a 3/4, and casting Murderous Compulsion. Yeah, I was right. At least we have Ever After, right? So we can still Sinister Concoction the 3/4 once it comes into play, and I think that's what we do. Pow. All right, he goes to 8. I think we play our Vessel, and then we crack it immediately, because we don't have anything else to do, really, this turn. Well, a 3/4 doesn't seem bad. This does seem bad, because if they die, they can just kill it, so I'll go for the 3/4. So Ever After is not in our graveyard yet, so that's good. We have 12 cards left in our library. One of them is Ever After, and that can really push us over the top. Like, right? It's not in there? No. No, it is not. I thought maybe I didn't check what Sinister Concoction put in there, but it put Crawling Sensation. So I mean, I could deadweight one of these, but that's just bad. Okay. That can kill our Mold Graph, especially in conjunction with a block. Not Ever After. I think we just attack with the Ancient. I mean, we flipped him on turn 4, and it's definitely been hard for our opponent to deal with. Like, he's dealt with all of our other threats. You know, our Dire Swine's dead. Is that really the only other threat we've played? Yeah, more or less. I'm going to hold on to this card to bluff in my turn. How close is he to Delirium? Enchantment, Sorcery, he already has it, yeah. He already has Delirium. That was a very fast pass of the turn. Also not Ever After. So I think we still just swing with the Ancient. There's just too many things that go wrong if I swing with Moldgraph. I mean, it's just not worth him. I mean, I guess I take away the presence of these devils, but he can just block with one of them and then crack his explosive apparatus and kill the Moldgraph. So I'm just going to attack with that. Trample. Okay. He can still kill it, my Moldgraph. Like, so there's that. There was a possibility he used a trick there too, but all right. So he's going to take that thing down. I guess attacking with both might have been better. It definitely would have been better. He would have probably just blocked here. No, he couldn't have. So he would have gone to, he would have been dead. That was, yeah, I should have attacked with both. Because of Trample, he couldn't take all this. He was at 4 exactly. So I should have swung with both. Yep, that was a mistake. I just want to draw my Ever After. Ooh, he's playing something largish. Luckily, our dead weight can make it so we can punch through this thing. Which we will. Try to, anyway. Right, we drop our opponent down to 1, and we end our turn. We have 9 cards left in our library. One of them's Ever After. All right, we won, despite my not swinging how I should have swung. Okay, not Clip Wings, not Throttle. I mean, I didn't see anything that makes me want to bring it in. I'm glad we didn't give this guy Sin Prodder, though, even though we didn't get to play it. This is really bad in the matchup. I mean, our Crow definitely gets worse. Our Rats get worse when our opponent has Devils. But what would I put in? Like, I could put in a Provisioner. I guess he's hardier, you know. And the Vampire Novel is too. But these do get me Delirium, and that has been relevant basically every game. And we only saw 1 Devil card. So, I mean, I could cut a Rats for that, but I don't think I do. I think we just roll with this. It's been doing the job. All right, well, we got another good hand. Not quite as good as some of our others have been, but a good one. Well, that makes it even better. Although this is not a hand that gets us Delirium quickly. It'll get us there probably eventually. You know, all we need to do is draw a Crow or a, yeah, we just play Scavenger first, I think, just because it can block that guy. We just need a Crow or, a Vessel, and we just get there with Delirium. Or a Crawling Sensation, I would do it too. Because we're going to play a sorcery, we're going to have a creature die. Those two things are going to happen. One way or another. Alright, well, he does get in for some damage here. But we definitely block the 2 and take 1. Alright. I think we just play our Rats and in the turn. Could compulsion one of these, but neither of them's that concerning. I mean, we can trade half a card for the Ember Wolf in the near future, plus him having to pump mana into it, so I think that's just what we go for. I probably don't even block with my rats. I hold on to it for later. Although if he's about to play that stupid devil card, then I'll regret not having blocked when I should have. Right, I'm still going to declare the block here. If he wants to pump a bunch into this to do more to me, I think I'm okay with it. Spend your turn doing that, and I'll play a Geese's Bidding on my turn. He could also have a trick to take down my Scavenger. That's probably a better use of his mana. No. He's going to hit me. You're going to hit me for 5? Wow. Fine with me, like I said. Again, I could use Murderous Compulsion. I won't. I'm just going to use Geese's Bidding and pass. Now we're sort of back at parity. We don't have a way to like punch through the board like we've had in the other games, but I like where we are for the most part. We can kill something. We have a big dude in our hand. And we have a decent board presence. So yeah, we definitely block the wolf now with a zombie token. And block the ghoul caller with the Moldgraph Scavenger. Scavenger? Scavenger. Isn't there a Moldgraph Monstrosity too? I think that's from the original Innistrad. I may have been calling it that. So what does our opponent have here? Dual Shot? That would kill my poor rats. Lightning Axe. Wow, he's going for the freaking rats. Oh, but he's also getting Incorrigible Youth. That's the real reason he's going for the rats, because he doesn't want me to be able to block it easily. Well, we're probably going to Murderous Compulsion the youths. I probably would just take 4 right now if he swung with it. Swing with those, okay. I block here, and I take 4. We are halfway to Delirium. Okay, that can be good for later to help us. Well, actually, we can play it now, so we will. Yeah, we'll kill this. And we will play our Revenant. And we could attack with 1 zombie. I think we probably do. Let's get in there with a zombie. Another creature with haste is ugly, but... Or even a removal spell is kind of ugly, actually. Because he kills a zombie, and then I just have to, like, chump or whatever. I think we'd probably just play it safe here. So, yeah, I'll play it safe. The ugly thing right now is even if we draw our vessel, we can't use it right away because we only have 1 green mana. If we draw another green mana, we can play our 6/6, which is nice. What you got? Mad Prophet. All right, well, I'm willing to trade a zombie for that as well. He could just be about to discard a Fiery Temper and burn my Farbog Revenant, though. All right, nothing. I like nothing. Okay, Byway Courier, that will get us closer to where we want to be, you know, potentially drawing us a forest or whatever once it dies. Yeah, we are struggling to draw, like, big scary things right now, that's for sure. That can block this, so, yeah, we're just gonna pass. And Fiery Temper, something in the face? No, just looting. I feel like it's a win when my opponent's just looting, but it's still not good. Like, you know, when my opponent's like, I don't need this land, I'm going to try to draw a spell. Plus, it got him 3/4 of the way to Delirium. We haven't seen Delirium in his deck, but against Mad Prophet, you know, I feel like it's a win if, like I said, if my opponent's just looting. All right, we maintain parity here. Okay. Do we kill the wolf and start swinging with our Revenant, or do we kill the looter? I think we have to kill the looter. Also gets us 3/4 of the way to Delirium. So let's take down the looter. He's going to loot one more time, of course. Ooh, twins. Well, at least you made him do that now instead of later. We can block the twins still, though. Like, they're not the biggest concern for our deck when we have Mold Graph here. I mean, we can even actually triple block it and only lose one thing, assuming he doesn't use a trick or something. So yeah, we'll end our turn. We need a land in that graveyard, and we can get it very easily, but we don't have a way to do it right now. We have to get a crow, a crawling sensation. Okay, that will make that a 4/6, so we can no longer block it super effectively. 4 power. It does still mean we can block it without losing a whole lot, though. I think we just assign all of these as blockers. We get a clue. So if he has a trick, we're going to be upset, but he can kill 2 things. So it's basically a 1-for-1. Yeah, that's a 1-for-1. Okay. There we go, but we can't crack it just yet because we're stuck on 1 green mana. If we see a forest with it, we probably want it too, because then we can also play our Dire Swine. But for now, which is kind of a problem in a way, because if the only land it reveals is a forest, we won't be able to get Delirium to make this a 3/4, but he does, I guess, have good attacks with this thing right now, especially if he attacks with both of these. That I don't love. We may just have been way too slow in this game. We just couldn't get anything. Like, we're already at 10. That's not where we want to be. Are you going to play Ever After? Ours doesn't do us much right now if we draw it. Oh, no. Yeah, that's a problem. That is a large, large problem. That's probably going to kill us. So we probably do bring in Clip Wings now. That's, a big enough bomb that we want it. So I think we bring it in. We need to draw a way to kill it. Sinister Concoction's about our only answer. If we block here, we still take 1, right? Whenever a source an opponent controls. I haven't gotten to draft one of these yet or play against it. This latter is good, I guess. Yeah. Then we don't leave back a good blocker for this, but we do get a clue. I think it's probably worth it. We go to 9. Which, that thing can kill us soon. But if we can get our Murderous Concoction through digging, we still have a chance to win the game. It's interesting that it's a May effect. Ooh, of course we got another Vessel. All right, well, that's not exactly what I wanted, but... Sinister Concoction! Oh, there it is. Okay, good. But we still don't have a land in our graveyard. We can discard 1, though, to Sinister Concoction. So we will get Delirium that way. I think we hold off on using it because we can surprise our opponent by also making this a 3/4. I think that's pretty good. And, I mean, in response to his attacks, we'll do it so that we avoid getting damaged or anything. All right. We still need another green for our big monster, but... What now? What's happening? Tormenting Voice. Okay, well, there are worse things in the world. All right. Okay. Wait a second. Ugh. Oh, my lock's not on and I accidentally took it off. Oh, no. I think we're just, dead now, thanks to my buffoonery. We're not quite dead, but we're close. We are close. Well, okay. We can at least kill her before the damage part happens. And we're also going to take that guy down, so... It could be worse. We probably just threw a forest in our graveyard. No. All right, so it ended up working out. My opponent had just like yielded, we might have been in trouble because it would have gone really quickly to damage. But because he wanted to pump his guy, we ended up getting a little bit of a 2-for-1. A little bit of one. Not an amazing one. But killing that Flame Blade Angel is pretty amazing. Okay. I think we just play our big swine. And we end our turn. We're just at too low of life to like risk this thing just running us over. I mean, I'm happy to trade with it right now for my mold graph, if that's what he wants to do. He'd have to pump it twice, so it's pretty good, especially when we can Vessel and try to get something. So Ever After would get us some good stuff now. It's not in our graveyard, is it? No. We haven't milled it, but we haven't drawn it either, which is kind of odd, considering how much of our deck we've been milling, but that's okay. So he can actually pump this big enough to take down my Kessig Direswine. So I definitely don't block with that. I just block with my Mold Graph and take 1 if he swings here. That would be my plan. He may just have a kill spell, which would be bad, but still not the end of the world because either one of our creatures can trade for another Flameblade Angel. Oh, he could just make a zombie from his graveyard. That's why it's not exact. That's why I was saying kind of a 2. Oh man, Mind Rack Demon, really? Ugh. Do we have? I don't know if we have a way left of dealing with that. I think that's going to kill us. Yeah, it's probably going to kill us. I just don't think we can race that. I mean, we take 4 in the air every turn. No, thank you. I'm going to swing with my Dire Swine. I mean, we got to put some pressure on, or we just have no hope. We may have no hope anyway, but. And then I play Lambholt Pacifist and my Vessel, and we pray, I guess. So definitely Clip Wings is coming in. We didn't see a reason to bring in Clip Wings in game 1, but we saw 2 bomb flyers who, one almost killed us, and this one's probably going to kill us. Even Ever After, do we have our other witch? I guess we could draw our witch who can remove it. The one, Kind Stranger or whatever, could get it done. And we've been pretty lucky, and we have a Vessel, so we might survive long enough to do it. Oh yeah, and this can actually attack, because I have a big creature. All right. Now, which do I block the Ember Eye Wolf with? Yeah, okay. Well, now we don't have to answer that question. We just take 4. We go to 5. Don't play another big scary thing. Okay, well, it's pretty good on this board state. 2 creatures with Menace when I'm at as low life as I am. Pretty good. Kindly Stranger. Nope. But we still, if we can get her here, we still have the mana to use her. Do we get her? No. Darn. Our luck's run out. Not completely, but. Okay. No Kindly Stranger. Still haven't milled Ever After, but we may be about to, so. Would I rather you transform? No, I don't think so. We need some blockers for these menace creatures. And still no Kindly Stranger, still no Ever After. Are we just dead? We can't block this. We have to assign 2 creatures to block that. We are just dead because of the double menace we're staring down. I guess we'll see if our opponent notices Don't just want to like auto scoop. And I mean, I can't even like swinging with everything here doesn't make him block with anything. So there's no reason to do that. Man, why you have 4 card types? Then this race might be a little more even. I think we're dead because can't block this. Have to assign 2 blockers. Have to assign 2 block. Oh no, never mind. We aren't dead because we can just assign 1 blocker to that and take 1. So we're not dead yet. We still have a little more time to hit our Kindly Stranger, who's one of our 9 cards left in our library. Okay, another flyer. We may be about to mill our Kindly Stranger, but there are worse things. Ooh, yeah, haste. Yeah, we're just dead. Well, not yet. Am I just dead no matter what I do here? 3. Yeah, I'm dead no matter what I... No, I can only take 4 if I block this thing. Surprised that he didn't swing with more. Now did we mill Kindly Stranger? Don't go in there, Kindly Stranger. No! And our Gloom. Oh, no. Now we don't have an out at all. We have Ever After, but it's going to be too slow. And we drew a land anyway. Well, we're dead. We are dead. How have we not milled or drawn Ever After? Is it like not in my library? Did I accidentally not put it in my deck? Because it's pretty weird. I might not have, I guess. I'll have to look when we sideboard this time. I mean, we're just going to take it all. I'm not going to take the time to declare blockers. We're dead! Did I take Ever After out of my deck? No, we're just extremely... well, I just did now. Okay, so we definitely want Clip Wings, because, yeah. We saw... It's also an instant, so it slightly increases our chances of getting there on Delirium. Do we want Crawling Sensation? I mean, we haven't gotten it in play. We don't have Epitaph Golem. It seems kind of slow against this opponent, too. I think we can probably lose it. I mean, it does help us get Delirium, but we haven't really struggled that hard to get it. I'm going to end up not getting it this game, probably, but now that I said that. But let's go with it. We do want to play first. And this is an interesting one. It's definitely our worst hand so far. We've had very good hands for the most part. If we draw a land, it's great. We do have a way of slowing our opponent early, but if we don't draw a land, we're in trouble. We have 15 lands left in our 33-card library. We need to draw a land by turn 3. The chances are pretty solid that we do. We do have both our colors at least, too. If I draw a third land, I'm basically in the clear. Yeah, I think we keep it. It's definitely an iffy one, but I think we want to keep it. If I didn't have dead weight in it, I might be a little less inclined, but because we can kill an early creature, I'm a little more inclined to do it. Of course, I want to kill that one. Land, just give me a land early. Well, another way to stall early, at least. Of course, now if he plays the 2-mana 2/2 who can make zombies from his graveyard, we're going to be sad too, because that's like terrible value. Third land. Yeah, there it is. And it's black, which is probably better for us right now. Do I play Revenant or Courier? I think I play the Courier for now. So 4th land, and we're like pretty happy. We can play almost everything in our deck except our 2 6s. So, and we have 2 removal spells, a couple more 3-drops. So we are pretty happy. It would be nice to get another Forest that slowed us down a little in the last game. I think we would have lost anyway. We were on our back foot that whole entire game, game 2. Every time we sort of managed to deal with what was about to kill us, our opponent played something else. So, yeah. I mean, obviously we can't block this, so we'll take 1. Okay. Do we swing? I think we probably do. And then I probably play... Do you have a way to kill it? He could madness out a Twins of Mara Estate, but we can kill it with Deadweight in our second main phase. So it's not quite. I mean, is it worth it is the question. I think it probably is. I mean, usually if you can cast Deadweight on something and kill it, you probably should. Usually. Gives us a clue for later. So it's not completely, we're not getting completely 2 for 1 here, though it's kind of close. It's like 1 for 1.5. Although he gave up his Insolent Neonate, it is worth noting. So, yeah, we'll just finish it with Deadweight here. And that means we can also crack our clue, but we'll wait till the end of our opponent's turn. Can't play Mind Rack Demon yet. That's interesting. And maybe good for us. We'll sack our clue. Yes. All right. So we're about to get 3/4 of the way to Delirium when we cast our Bidding, which I think what we want to do. I mean, it's hard for him to get good value with his removal spells when we cast that thing. So our Crow will probably get us to Delirium. What we need is a land, which, of course, there are several of in our deck. Okay, Dance with Devils. Tokens versus tokens. All right, Tormenting Voice God. Well, we're going to have to Murderous Compulsion that guy again. I probably block one Devil if he swings with both Devils. Maybe I should block both. Just that way we just sort of both break even. We both lose our 4-mana token generator, and then I don't have to worry about them doing damage later. Yeah, I think that is what we do. Don't love it, but we do take 4, but we kill the creature, and our Crow is better for it in the future. So we're going to use our Compulsion. And I think we just try to hit Delirium here with our Crow. Got there. Just milled lands, which is fine with me. I don't really want to draw more lands. Our opponent does have 6 cards in his hand, which is frightening. Maybe they're all double black, I guess. I don't know. I'm pretty scared, though, because we only have 3. And we even drew a card off of a dead creature. Although we did sort of 2 for 1 ourselves there with Deadweight, but... Okay, well, it's pretty bad right now. Pretty bad. I mean, he still has 4 power, which is very relevant because I don't have, 20 life still, but if he doesn't have another vampire in play, it definitely gets a lot worse. Skin Invasion, that's interesting, because you don't, right now anyway, you don't have a flyer. He may, well, we got our Clip Wings to deal with his flyer. So we have to attack, so we will. Not a whole lot of thought to go into it. But then we play our big Dire Swine. If he has removal, we're kind of in trouble. But if he doesn't, we feel pretty good. I mean, even if he has a trick or something, these two kill each other. Unless it's Spiteful Motives. If it's Spiteful Motives, I'm in trouble. Spiteful Motives gives him first strike. Oh god, it's 4 mana. Inner Struggle. Well, there's removal. Ouch. Yeah, not exactly what we wanted to happen there. All right. Well, now we're in trouble. Another Geese's Bidding. That would have been a pretty good card to have right now. Okay, so Recruiter. Farbog Revenant. I wish I had something other than my Recruiter right now who could trade with this stupid thing. Ugh. Ugh, I say. Yeah, we're in trouble. We did so well game 1, but we also had like a turn 4 hexproof trampler. Didn't get that the other games. What would we get? Ever After would be a sweet draw right now. I keep saying that and then we never draw it, but it would be sweet. We'd get back Kessig Dire Swine and a Byway Courier. That is some good value. That's just great. Okay. We basically are forced to chump here and pray. So that's what I think we do. We have one more turn if this is how his board stays. Please give me not a land. Oh, it's a land. Like I said, we have one more turn. We have one more turn if he doesn't pump his guys or anything like that. If it's a creature with haste, we're just dead, and that's a creature with haste. Damn. Well, game 2 and 3, we just kind of got destroyed. Like, our opponent had answers for everything we tried to do. Game 1, we dominated, though, so there's a concoction. Is Ever After actually in this deck? Let's see. We're just going to draw our whole library. Just make sure there's not some... There it is. Okay. All right. Okay, so we are 1-1. Our deck, I think, actually is pretty good. We just, our opponent's deck in that game was also quite good, and we lost. So I'll see you guys for the third match. And don't forget to